Is Jesus becoming the most hated God on earth? Here's what they don't want you to know. If you've noticed lately, Jesus, once adored worldwide, seems like he's getting pushed out of the spotlight. Especially around Easter, the one holiday meant to celebrate him, things feel different. What's really happening here? You see, Christianity was once like the cool kid on the block. Everywhere you looked, churches, prayers, and people saying grace before meals. Jesus was a household name, but now, things have changed in a big way. Back in 2007, 78% of Americans proudly said they were Christian. Fast forward to 2025, that number is down to just 62%. And it's not just America. Austria went from 94% Christian in 1971 down to 68% by 2021. A big shift, right? But what is driving it? Take a walk through any town and you will see clues. Churches that once rang loud every Sunday now stand real quiet, or they've been turned into cafes and art studios. Sunday school classes that were packed with kids now struggle to fill a single table. Even family dinners feel different. Fewer people stop to pray before digging in. The change is like ice melting, but is steady. Easter shows the picture best. Think about it for a second. What pops into your mind when you hear Easter? Probably chocolate eggs, fluffy bunnies, and maybe a family brunch. Not crosses, not hymns, not sunrise services on a chilly hill. Easter's meaning is fading faster than your grandma's old photo albums. And this isn't some odd glitz. It's part of a bigger trend of people stepping away from organized religion. But if people aren't following Jesus anymore, where exactly are they heading? Some choose no faith at all. Atheism and agnosticism are growing. Many folks say, I don't just buy it and walk away. Others look for something fresh, something that feels bold. Believe it or not, even Satanism is on the rise. In the United Kingdom, the headcount of people calling themselves Satanists jumped by 167% between 2011 and 2021. Sure, that's only a few thousand people, but the leap is hard to ignore. Now, before you picture robed figures lighting red candles in a dark castle, pause. Modern Satanist groups rarely talk about haunts and pitchforks. They focus on free speech, fixing unfair laws, and keeping religion out of the government. They tell fans, we don't worship evil, we just want fairness. Sounds wild, right? Satanists being seen as the good guys? That twist alone turns heads and pushes Christianity even further into the background. And Satanism isn't the only new stop on the map. Many young folks chase crystals, tarot cards, or the universe. They mix yoga with star signs and call it their own recipe for peace. Now, let's talk screens, because screens shape minds. You've probably heard people say Hollywood and the big networks have an agenda against Christianity. Watch a random show and count how many times the church member is the bad guy, judgmental, strict, or just plain mean. Scenes like that stick, even if you don't notice them on the first watch. At the same time, many new documentaries paint Satanist groups as calm thinkers fighting all rules. They show these folks in jeans and t-shirts, holding signs for equal rights, hanging out with pets, cracking jokes. When viewers see that picture again and again, the brain starts to say, maybe they're not that scary. Social media works like a turbo button. Clips that slam strict church leaders or share funny ex-Christian stories rack up millions of views. The algorithm loves hot takes, so it pushes them high. Meanwhile, quiet faith messages sink fast because they don't spark drama. But there's another layer, a darker one, conspiracy chatter. Scroll long enough and you'll find posts claiming that big stars drop hidden devil signs in music videos, or that secret clubs run the world with black robes and strange vows. I saw a giant thread online mapping these signs inside brand logos, paintings, even kids' cartoons. The story went viral overnight. Huge numbers of people clicked, shared, and argued in the comments. Now, before we all grab pitchforks, let's be crystal clear. Solid proof for most of these wild ideas is missing. A lot of it grows from fear, guesswork, and late-night rabbit holes. But here is the twist: even when the facts are thin, the talk itself shapes minds. If a rumor is repeated enough, some folks believe it, and when they do, Christianity takes another punch because the rumor says, "See, the other side is winning." So what's the real story here? Why is Jesus becoming so controversial? It's a giant cultural shift. Younger people say the church feels strict, out of date, or even unfair to certain groups. They want freedom, self-expression, and causes that help the planet and people in need. Many feel the church talks about love but falls short on action, so they walk away. Scandals haven't helped either. Every time a church leader is caught in a money scheme or worse, trust shatters. People think, if the messenger is shady, why trust the message? One bad headline can wash away years of goodwill, and with news apps pinging our phones, the stain spreads fast. Politics plays a role too. Some churches tie themselves to one side of the vote. Viewers who dislike that side step away from the faith as a whole, even if the root message has nothing to do with laws or leaders. They toss out the baby with the bath water, and numbers drop again. Another thing flying under the radar is the rise of do-it-yourself faith. You can open an app, hop into a live chat, and build a mix and match belief set in one afternoon. Maybe you borrow quiet breathing from the East, a gratitude list from a life coach, and sprinkle in space facts from a science show. It feels fresh, personal, and under your control. No one orders you around like a slave. So more people wave goodbye to one big church and walk towards many tiny self-made ones. Yet a strange emptiness can follow. When you cut away all roots, you still need a place to stand. Some folks feel calm, while others feel lost. They jump from one trend to the next, hunting for a story that sticks. Some cycle back to Jesus, others dive into nature worship, and many just keep drifting like boats without anchors. Mind you, these ships don't happen overnight. They move like slow waves, brushing the shore year after year. Look at a single day and you may miss it. Zoom out 30 years and the beach line is new. The video is just one snapshot, but it shows the tide rolling in. Let's cycle back to Easter. While the hunt for badly colored eggs grows bigger each year, fewer kids hear why Easter was ever a thing. Ask a classroom what the holiday means, and you might get blank stares or jokes about chocolate sales. When the story behind the day fades, so does the link to Jesus. Does this mean everybody secretly hates Jesus? Not really. Many people still respect his teachings about love, kindness, and helping the poor. What they mistrust is the system around his name. They see rules, power fights, and old traditions that feel heavy. They decide to toss the whole package into the junk folder and then move on. Yet, some voices inside the church are trying new ways. They hold meetups in coffee shops instead of tall stone buildings. They swap long sermons for open chats, ask hard questions, and listen more. Will this fresh mode change the trend? Only time will tell. But for now though, the numbers keep sliding and the spotlight shines elsewhere. If a teen scrolls social media today, they are more likely to see a trending dance, a crystal tutorial, or a bold meme about leaving tests than a calm Bible verse. That non-stop feed drives a new normal. So next Easter, when you're munching chocolate eggs and snapping bunny selfies, remember, there is a deeper story under the sugar. Society is tilting, beliefs are swirling, and Jesus, whether loved or pushed aside, is still at the center of the storm. If you want to keep digging into this wild ride, smash that subscribe button. Peace out.